Hello everybody and welcome to Adobe Live. We'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land of which we are creating and streaming today and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. My name is Flynn. I'm all snuggled up in my hoodie because thank goodness that muggy weather has gone from Sydney. Welcome to Adobe Live. Here is Jeremy Mura, also in a jacket because the weather is finally nice.
Finally, the weather's turned around, not sweating today, but it's nice and breezy. But hey everyone, excited to get designing today.
Yeah, that's it. We had a great stream yesterday. As usual, Jeremy covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, but don't worry if you missed out on that one. We'll do a bit of a recap to kind of bring you up to speed with where we're at now, or Jeremy will. And if you have any questions as we're going along, please don't hesitate to throw them in chat. We had some great questions yesterday, didn't we, Jeremy?
Yeah, we did. Some people were asking some deep philosophical questions, but hey, I managed to somehow deliver an answer. So bring any questions you want about design or branding, whatever, and I'd be glad to share my thoughts.
Yeah, I think you had some great answers. I was like, wow, that's on the spot. That was a really good answer. What's up, Alejandro? And Jeremy Mura's in chat. Hey. That's great. I am in chat as well. Johanna is in chat. We're live on YouTube and Behance, so wherever you're at, throw in your questions, comments. Great to hear from you and where you're at. But why don't we get stuck into it? Should we start with a bit of a recap for everyone?
Let's do it.
Right.
So what we're doing is I asked the question, what if Apple Vision Pro was more targeted towards kids and like it was a kid product? And so we went through like breaking down some of the vibe of like what Vision Pro feels like. It's minimal, clean, tactile, airy. You can see some of their product shots and how they position their brands. And then we went into starting off with changing the name from Vision Pro to Vision Play. And you can see I went through some of the ideas that I generated, got some taglines, some slogans here. And we really wanted to go with fun, creative, wonderful, like all about wonder, energetic, that type of thing. And yeah, it's basically a VR headset it's interactive for games and learning for young kids, not like toddlers, but I think a bit more older, from like maybe 6 or 10 years of age. And then we went through some of breaking down the different fonts. So I went through finding a nice font. So I laid it out like a type wall and really just getting a vibe, what feels friendly and fun and bubbly. We ended up picking this one, which is called Ruddy. And then we started designing the logo. So we just started off with the type. We really wanted to go with the typographic logo for this one because the Vision Pro is a typographic logo as well. It's not really like an icon based. So we decided to stick with that and then started playing around with some different ideas, different lockups there. And then I ended up settling on something like this.
Yeah. And
then we got to here and then I tweaked it a little bit. And so this is what I got so far. So very fun, very, colorful, different shapes, a bit playful.
Yeah.
And just customize the typography to make it look interesting. So yeah, that's the logo we came up with.
That's awesome. Yeah, and if you missed out on that, you can always catch a replay as well. So if you want to see that in more detail and everything happened, that's pretty much almost everything that was done there was done live. So yeah, as you can see, covered a lot of ground while also answering a lot of questions there. But yeah, that's a great spot to be today, isn't it?
Yep, 100%. And yes, and then today we're going to create some mock-ups. We're going to start designing. And what I was managed to do is like create a few little interesting designs, and then we'll create some more. But here's an example of what I was thinking, like you're stepping into a new world when you put on these goggles, like a virtual reality. It's immersive, it's fun. You can see how I'm like using this idea of like a kid walking into like new realm. And I just generated these images on like Adobe Firefly, which is really cool.
Nice.
And maybe we'll jump in that and generate some images. So this could be like for an ad or something.
Yeah.
And so we're just using like big like blocky text with like these nested shapes, using the colors there. I thought this was like a cool idea. He's strolling in. And then one of the other things as well is I really wanted to go with like this 3D theme instead of just typically corporate brands use like line icons. I wanted to like do something with 3D. It's more fun. So I found these icons on Icon 8. Let me just close these tabs. Yeah, so icons8.com is a really good resource. And you can select different styles, and I found this nice 3D style. So, obviously you've got fill, stroke, base, UI, but this 3D style was really cool. So it's got all these like fun 3D. So I just like downloaded that for free.
Yeah.
And I put it on like this example of like a mock, like how it would look like on a screen if the kid's in the living room,
Yeah.
like ready to play, what the icons could look like. Added a bit of a drop shadow as well. So you can see I like subtle shadows just to make it pop a little bit more. And then using these like light, not too white, but using these like cream colors from here and like adding a little bit of highlights and like shadows to make it look 3D in that immersive space.
Nice. And that looks like it lives kind of within the Apple ecosystem a bit there as well, with that kind of grid based. Like if you have an iPad or something, when you bring up Finder in a certain way, you get that kind of semi-transparent sort of background. It's cool.
Yeah, I try to keep it a bit familiar, not too far off, but yeah, people will be used to it when they like jump on it. Cool. So I'm gonna start off with going with a mock-up. So I'm gonna grab the logo. Now, one of the great tools I love in Illustrator is the Mockup tool. And so what I can do is if I just select this and I go to Object and click Mockup, I can click Make, and it's gonna grab the logo and grab that PNG image, and it's gonna allow me to place the logo on the actual product.
Awesome.
So you can see I'm just clicking and dragging. I can move it around. And I want to place it right in the middle here. I'm going to scale it down. Wait. I don't know if it's going to scale. Maybe I should have brought it closer. Hold on, let me redo it. Select it, object, make.
And this is a fairly new tool as well. So
Yeah,
if you're watching this and you're not familiar with it, that's
so you
really
can see
cool.
Now I moved it and scaled it down to the actual product. You can see now I can move it around and it's going to adapt to the image. I don't know how it works, but it's crazy. Like
Yeah, it is
it's
pretty
really
nuts,
cool.
isn't it?
Sweet. No Photoshop, just like it's super fun. And then I can like scale it down a bit. I don't know if it doesn't allow you to you can't like fully scale it as like, oh sorry, you got to press the S tool, so for the scale tool, and then it will like make it a bit easier,
Like to scale it proportionally.
like to scale proportionally. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
Because normally you just hold down Shift, right, in Illustrator, but
yeah,
it wasn't
exactly.
working
But
then.
because it's in beta, I don't think it actually works with this tool yet.
There you go. Good old beta.
Good beta. So you can see there we put the logo on it. It looks good because I've already put a shadow. It just looks nice there, and I think that's great. And then I can get some type. So I'm gonna go to my tagline.
For anyone wondering if you're new to that tool as well, so it works with vectors. So it's awesome for logos and things like that, but you do have to vectorize anything that you want to. So if you're watching this sort of thinking, get like a JPEG image or like a poster mockup or something and bring it in, it won't work if it's pixel based. It'll work if it's vector based. So you can use image trace and stuff like that, but that's kind of the limitations of it. So it works within the like vector scaling somehow. That's as technical as I'm going to get, but just so you know as well, you can play around with it. But yeah, obviously it's awesome with logo mockups. You can do it so quick.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm just adding like some text here, maybe scale this up a bit. And then it would be cool if we can make like a little pattern. So I'm going to grab the logo. Actually, I want to go back here. I don't know if I have a copy of this hand shape. Here we go. Take these.
I see, pulling out the elements that you've used in there. Yeah, cool.
I just want to make a quick pattern that could be used, make it a bit more fun.
I can see a bunch of people just joined us as well. So if you missed the start, just a bit of an explanation of what we're doing. We're here with Jeremy Mura and reimagining like the brand. Like what if the Vision Pro, so the new VR headset from Apple was targeted towards kids. So what if the demographic had completely changed, and the target audience had completely changed? So you are now up to speed. Oh yes, the pattern tool, love it.
Pattern tool. Yeah, so I'm just grabbing some of those elements, putting it into like a little rectangle, and then using the pattern tool, you just go to object and pattern create. Love, always use that tool like almost on all my branding projects. Now I've got like this cool pattern. And then if you want to change the pattern, I'll just double click on the swatch. And then I can like now maybe play with the colors. Maybe something like this. And then now you can see that pattern is changed now. And then maybe I want to do another version. I'll click plus. And then maybe like this one will like change around the colors or something. And then we go done. And then now we've got two patterns, different colors. Boom. So now I'm going to just go through. Put that down here. And I'm going to drop the opacity because it's
yeah, nice.
I'm just going to bring it to the back. And I think it's a bit too much. So what I'm going to do, let me bring this over here. Basically what you can do is you just select the pattern, press S, and then hold Option or Alt, left click once, and tick off transform objects and just leave transform patterns. And now I can actually make the pattern bigger or really small.
Oh, that's cool.
I just want the size a little bit bigger. Then press OK. So now we've got that pattern there.
Saves you from having to do multiple patterns, multiple sizes, which is something that I've done in the past. I'm like done a smaller one, a medium one, and like a larger version, just sort of see what works.
Yeah, yeah. It's a quick way to like, it's basically using the transform tool basically.
Nice.
I'm gonna add a drop shadow now to, I don't know if it's gonna, oh, because this is I can't even select this anymore. Oh, because it's a mockup tool, I have to release it. I think let me go to appearance panel, stylize, drop shadow. Okay, yeah, now it's working. Add a bit of a shadow there. Maybe just make it subtle. Just to make it pop a bit from the background. Yeah, so that's one little design we could use.
Nice.
I've got this one here that I was creating some images, and if I go to Adobe Firefly, you can see it's generating some of these images. I wrote like cute bubbly 3D clouds and fantasy worlds full of wonder, excitement, and joy, lush vistas and landscape, bright colorful rainbows in a Minecraft-like world. And yeah, I love the new Firefly image too. It's really good. And they have a lot of reference images. You can upload your own reference images. It has a reference gallery. Because it's still in beta, some of the 3D stuff, like I tried doing 3D, but it wasn't really coming out the way I wanted it. But it's just fun to play around. And what I usually do is like, if I find something I like, I'll go to edit, and then I can just use a style reference and then like generate similar.
Yeah, I found this super useful, like using reference imagery for what you're after. It's been, along with like what you type in, you can like really kind of hone in on what you're after. It's really good.
Yeah, and you can see some of the details there.
Have you played around, Jeremy, with the 3D tools within Illustrator?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, this stuff. Just don't render anything live because it always. Actually, your PC's a beast, so you might be all right with the 3D rendering.
It might be all right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what.
You probably have to do each letter individually or something, but it is an interesting thing, I think, while we're talking about 3D, that it's something to explore. Like it's it's definitely 3D light, like version, but it can sometimes do the job really, really well. So
yeah, I like it. I'm just going to, I'll give it a try, but I'm just going to put it all as one.
Yep. Didn't mean to put you on the spot. Turn this into a 3D demo.
Let's go. Yeah, it's fun. Let me go to, so what I love to do, extrude or revolve usually. If we can do inflate as well, that's like if you want like a balloon style. And then, and obviously you can play like the depth.
Yep.
Which is cool. You can taper it off. You can change like the rotation. And then we got our materials here. And you got a whole bunch of different materials. Let's see if we can find one that fits. Usually like, and I've actually downloaded some before from Substance 3D, which is cool.
Yeah, so in there you've got these kind of like the standard sort of ones, but then you can go to Substance, which is that bottom button down the bottom. This is for everyone at home. And then there's just a massive library of, it's kind of like how there's a font library, and you go to Adobe fonts and there's just so many fonts there. It's the same with all the patterns and materials that you can choose. And then there's also a whole nother even bigger gallery, which is like user generated, like by people in the community. And then that's just a whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play with. See, I'm playing with the lighting now, so that lighting from the left, so you got the shading there. You can turn a bit ambient lighting off, and then like if I were to like render, I can do.
You can try if you want.
I'll just do low. My PC can handle it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see that's like what it's rendered. I'll go high. Let's see. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Oh, it's a bit. Yeah, it looks like it's rendered. And then what we can do, let me change the color. So it's, yeah, you can play around with it. Obviously, like it has its limitations and stuff, but like it's just a fun way to like add like, yeah, if you want to do like a balloon effect or a 3D effect.
Yeah. There you go.
I probably shouldn't just get that one up.
Has to like re-render it, I think, once you start playing with it. It's quite like an interesting like approach that you sometimes have to take. When I was playing around with it a lot, and I had treated it like a branding design project, and I had like 10 artboards like you do here, but with all different different rendered things on it. And for some reason, my computer was running really slow.
Oh, weird.
But yeah, it's because I like pre-rendered everything because I wanted it to look good.
Yeah. Can you add multiple materials onto it, or is it just like one at a time?
I don't know if you can in Illustrator. You definitely can in Substance. Yeah, I don't know. Haven't tried that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
think I'll leave it because I don't want it to crash. I won't crash, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun to play around in your own time and just like explore and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I want to create a little icon here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these two letters.
Just
highlights goofed.
Oh, that's like the highlights, like the give it a bit of depth.
Yeah, they just turned off for some reason. They're all groups. Just multiply and multiply as well. Another quick tip as well is when I do shadows, typically I do like multiply, but also it matters what color it is, because if you just do black, you can see it's muddy.
Yeah.
And put the opacity down and put on multiply, but it's better to do like a blue and then like change it to like a darker blue.
Right.
Or you select the same color as the actual object you're using.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Yeah, that's typically what I do to get better color results there. I'm just gonna play around. Maybe looks like that fits nicely in there. Make it a bit bigger. And I want to get you some inspiration from one of these ones.
Yeah, nice. There's just a question in chat. I can't really answer actually. I'm just had a poke around in Illustrator myself, but yeah, you should be able to have access to mockups just using retail Adobe Illustrator 2024. So I'm not sure why you would need to download anything extra. It's a bit strange. You're just using normal Illustrator, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just gave it a test too. It's not in beta. Like it isn't, the feature is in beta, but I think it's launched in.
I mean, like the mockup tool here, I can
yeah.
some mockups.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's cool.
So
the only thing it could be if you have some sort of firewall, maybe on your computer, and it thinks that it's downloading something, like a program is downloading something. Maybe. Just trying to troubleshoot.
yeah, no, if someone, yeah, it works for me. So yeah, look, I just put it through. You can see I've got the logo there. Okay, cool. Back to this. What color?
This is cool. I like this. So this idea of like being able to have a smaller version of your logo, like can you break it down, like for a favicon or these icons, because they're tiny, right?
Yeah, they usually like go down to like 44 pixels or 30 pixels. I might go for yellow. Maybe we do a gradient. That's the color tool gradient. It's always good to think of like how can the logo or the brand fit in different spaces. I'll try a version like this.
Yeah, so that like radial gradient is like a pretty cool trick to make it kind of look 3D.
Yeah, because it's all you got the shading going.
Yeah.
Let me. My mouse is glitching. Maybe add the cream color there. We can maybe try what it looks like when it's flipped. I probably should move my artboard. It's at the edge.
I always do that. I go all the way to the edge.
Oh man, these artboards are probably too big as well. Okay. Like that. Maybe we do a rainbow one, but I'm gonna flip it to maybe linear. Actually, no, we'll go freeform gradient. Let's try that. That's nice.
Yeah, nice. Looks like a sunset.
Sunset vibes. I don't think I have all the colors of the rainbow here, so I'd probably need like a violet one. Yeah, that's cool as well. Okay. Now you can see like some of these, like they got a lot of shading here, drop shadows, flat shadows here. This one has gradient. It's got like a little star with a little glow, and then shading, and then the character is pretty flat. Could also put the Apple logo maybe in the corner there, but it could be distracting. I'm gonna go to my stroke tool. Sorry, spending time rearranging my windows here.
Because we've taken away all your screen space from your wide angle.
Yeah, man. It's not as easy, man.
It's so crazy that like feels crowded to you. Like
it's crowded for me, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm so used to having the ultra wide.
Yeah.
Like people always ask me like, what monitor is that? Like I posted a screenshot the other day of a mood board I was working on for a client, and yeah, they were like, what screen are you using, dude? I was asking him, like, it's ultra wide, 38 inch. Just testing what it feels like. Yeah, with like maybe a stroke. So maybe make it pop a little bit more, and these ones will do a drop shadow. I don't want to have too much blur. Decrease the opacity as well. Like subtle blur, drop shadows is much better.
Yeah, the more subtle, the better, I think, with the drop shadow.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder if I should have like a. I'm gonna take this.
We're just doing some tech support in chat because someone can't download the mockup part of the
Oh,
tool.
right.
So that's
You
why
went
I'm being a
quiet on
little
me,
bit
I'm like-
quiet, like trying to. I want to figure this
That's
out,
fine,
but at the
man.
same time, I should be probably hosting more.
Gotta
But
help the community, man.
you can always jump on the forums and kind of post like a screenshot of like what sort of area you're getting, and then either someone from the community or someone from the team can try to help you out and get back to you. It's just a bit hard to do it like without seeing kind of visually what's happening. But yeah, it's definitely in retail, like I'll call it, like they're just a standard. You don't have to have Illustrator beta to have access to that feature. You should have access to it. If the error is downloading and it's not a firewall or something like that, I'm not sure what it would be without kind of seeing what's happening in the background. But yeah, you should definitely be able to get it that way. It's a cool feature too, so you want it. It's fun. Comes in handy. Another place you could check actually is the Illustrator Discord as well. So there's a Discord. If you have a Discord account, or even if you don't have one, you can make one pretty quick. Jump in there, and I bet you get an answer from the community in about 5 minutes. Because there's people there that know their stuff.
That's a great suggestion.
I always forget about Discord.
Dude,
back
the
in
amount
there.
of Discord groups I'm in, man, there's too many.
Well, that's what I did. I went, and Johanna might be the same. Like we went hard maybe 2 years ago, and spent a lot of time in a lot of Discord groups, and it just got overwhelming, right? Like it was just too much, and I
It's too many,
lost
man.
track.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good for stuff like that, like answers, like where other people from the community might be like, oh, hey, it's probably this, or if you've got like feedback or want help on a logo or something, and you want some kind of quick little bits of feedback, that sort of thing is really useful. I think those places.
Yep, I agree with you.
It's cool. I like the
I think
thing there. Yeah, it's cool. So there's a bit of zooming out that's happening as well because it's such a small, going to be such a small icon in the end.
yeah, exactly. We just tested it. Let's go back to where did I put my Mockup tool? I don't know. You can't really search on here, can you?
Like search for other ones? I think it's just a kind of curated bunch that you can pick from. What's a crazy, like really useful thing, I think, for the Mockup tool, by the way, that we've been talking about for quite a bit today, is when you have a real client and they have like a real facade or something, you can just go take a photo and then, you know, bring it into Photoshop and say there's already signage up or something. You can kind of touch it up and then you can actually mock up like what their logo and everything would look like. It's actually really invaluable because, you know, clients love it when it's actually like their real stuff. It's like, oh my God, like superimpose that somehow. It kind of blow them away. It's like quite a cool use case.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. Clients, sometimes clients just, they can't visualize it. They just like need to see it.
Yeah.
Like this client I'm working with now, we've decided on the name and stuff, but I was helping them with like taglines and they're like, oh, we're not sure. Then I was just like thinking like maybe I should just lock it up with the logo and then they can see what it looks like.
Right.
And then it'll be like, oh, okay, that one fits nicely, you know, within that lockup or whatever. This thing is not working, by the way. It's like getting rid of my thing, so I don't know why. Let's make it really small. Or wait, before I do that, if you go to transform, where's my transform panel? You just want to turn, you can turn scale strokes and effects or make it like really small or something. So it does look a bit crowded with this thing in there, you know. Cool. I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, you can spend hours on it, making it better and all that stuff.
How many like mock-ups would you do, like ballpark? I'm sure it's different each client, but as a ballpark kind of figure, like is there a certain number of mock-ups you'll want to do for a client?
Yeah, I aim to do around 5 to 10, I'd say. Minimum 3, but 5 to 10 usually. Let's try to do that.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a one concept approach, you want to do like heaps. If you're doing like 3 directions, like creating mockups for all of them, it's like take you so much time.
Yeah.
Unless you're just reusing the same mockups, it might be a bit fast. But yeah, I think at least show like around 5-ish. Like typically like a logo one, like if you're doing a business card, show a UI or like on the laptop screen or thing. There's actually a cool tool. I'll show you guys. It's called shots.so. Have you seen this before?
No, I haven't seen this one.
So basically, you can change the look of, it's for like a UI mock. So I can, on those, you can do different layouts. You can do a frame, like you can add noise as well. Change the colors. You can do gradients. And then basically, if I go, you can click on this and you can change it. So if I want to go like a laptop, it's like a super quick way to do like a mock-up.
That's cool.
And then all you got to do is just like upload. Yeah, you just choose like your image or whatever. And then you just download it as a PNG. Yeah, and you can like, it's already got like, it's all pre-made stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to highlight a logo or something, whatever, like, yeah, it's something quick.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What was I doing? Okay, I'm gonna do a pattern.
And I'll remind everyone as well, if you've got any questions in chat, we just solved a tech issue for Dopegasm, which is great. So we've got that working, which is awesome.
A tech genius.
I didn't do anything. But Johanna with the support in chat as well, which is great. So if you've got any questions for Jeremy while we're going through here around mock-ups, branding, that sort of thing, please don't hesitate to throw them in chat. We're not here for long. We're only here for another 20 minutes. So don't hesitate. Now is the time. There was a comment before in chat that I missed saying he's a fantastic designer, so fast. I thought I was fast, but blown out of the water.
I think.
That's often my takeaway with Jeremy as well. Very quick.
Yeah, Flynn always says that. 10 years, when you've done it for 10 years, same app, yeah, you get good with it.
Yeah. What are kind of, if I was going to ask you, like, what are some tips on being quick? You know, I'm sure you get that question quite a bit. What would you say?
I would say just like get good with like your shortcuts. Know all the shortcuts by heart. Know the default shortcuts, but then also make your own custom ones. So I've got all my F1 to up to F8 keys all programmed with clipping masks, compound paths, offset paths, drop shadows, unite as well, because those are the most common things I use. So whenever I'm doing stuff, boom, 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 just like one button, it's all programmed.
Yeah.
And then obviously I'm using spacebar a lot to move around, hold Alt Option, zoom in. You know, you can press tab to get rid of your things. Yeah. So it's just knowing the shortcuts, programming your own shortcuts, and making sure that you have like a good keyboard and mouse. Like, I don't know how people work on those little magic Apple mouses. Like, that's ridiculous.
Right.
Like I use, I'm using a Logitech G502.
Oh yeah.
It's a gaming mouse, but it's pretty cool. I also have the MX Master 3, but it was actually hurting my palm because it's too high. It's really high up.
Yeah.
On the hand. This one's lower. And then I'm using a Logitech TKL keyboard. So it doesn't have the numpad. It's a mechanical keyboard.
Yeah.
Really nice to type on, and I can move it around. It's wireless. These are all wireless.
Yeah.
So it's just like it makes my ergonomical situation better.
Yeah, that's nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I find getting the right mouse is so hard.
Yeah.
I had a mouse that was a Logitech. It was like the grandfather of that mouse that you're using, I'm pretty sure. It was full wireless technology, and it was my favorite mouse. And like, and then they discontinued it. And
really?
I found that I've never had a mouse that felt as good ergonomically as that one. And I just ran it into the ground until it just stopped working. And I think I have like 4 old like mouse in my drawer.
Yeah.
That I still just have, that I've just bought and used for a week, and I just cannot get the hang of this thing.
Oh man.
It's brutal.
Did you ever use the vertical mouse?
The vertical mouse?
Yeah, there's a Logitech one that's it's like a vertical. You hold it like this and go like this.
Oh no way! No, I couldn't even nail the standard like mouse. I was definitely not venturing into any of that uncharted territory. Got to become an influencer that just reviews stuff so you can get access to everything. Everything gets sent to you for free. And
yeah, I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
I want Logitech to send me the new Brio, MX Brio.
Is that the camera?
Yeah, it's a 4K webcam.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've got their stream cam. This one's pretty good. It's 1080p, but I want to get it's a bit nicer, that 4K.
I think that's what I'm using. I'm using a Logitech Brio.
Are you? Oh.
Not to you, though.
Oh, it's a Brio, but it's called the MX Brio. It's a new one.
MX Brio. Yeah, all right, I gotta check it out.
You should check it out. I was looking at it the other day. I'm like, oh, this looks good.
Oh man.
So yeah, hopefully Logitech hits me up something.
I gotta check this out. If there's a better webcam. Very cool. Hashtag not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, no
Adobe stream.
Love
no,
Adobe.
you're gonna get me to go buy a new
Does Adobe
camera.
have any mouses, keyboards?
No peripherals, unfortunately.
Just software.
Just software. Great. Now I'm eyeing off a new webcam. Thanks, Jeremy. Logitech MX3 with Delta Hub Caprio 2.0 wrist rest. Cassandra is saying in chat. Okay, I'll have to look into that too. Guys are going to make me spend all my money. I do love the new toys. It's always nice getting something like that feels good.
Yeah.
This is cool. Let's get back to talking about the design. So it's really cool how you've done the mock-up onto the fabric there. Quite like that.
So I did a clipping mask. So with the Mockup tool, I don't think I have control to like mask things. Like I can move things, but yeah, I just want it on the certain section. So I just have the result for now. Just doing a quick clipping mask, then you putting it on multiply. You can also do overlay as well, but you can see that's more light. But I think multiply works the best.
Multiply.
And then adding some typography, just playing around with like, you know, this font has like regular black, so I'm just like playing around with that, making it pop, adding emphasis. Then we've got the logo there. I think that's fun, and then maybe even just adding some of these shapes again. Let me just like from the pattern, but without adding the pattern.
It's cool. So they could be like social posts or like little display ads of some kind.
Yep, display ads or social posts 100. We want color pink. So click mask. Okay, just get a feel.
And are these the original colors that we've kind of you've been using from yesterday? They're kind of continuing on, or are you changing them as you go through?
Yeah. No, same colors. So all these ones, which I like these colors here, so I just extracted it from that, and then yeah, they're the same ones. So my swatches panel. I have some more here, just a few like extra pinks and greens, but I'm not using those. But yeah, the gradient looks different because you can see it's just combining those colors, the same colors there. Yeah, so this could be a social post, an ad. You can put the pattern in the background. You know, we can have one with maybe Adobe Firefly or something. Maybe we create something.
Is the hardest part about designing these days? Spelling.
Yeah.
So since this is a thing on Mockups, I know you always have such amazing resources. Do you have like your top one or two like separate kind of mock-up places to go to get mock-ups outside of creating a mock-up using the Mockup tool in Illustrator?
Yeah, so I love sites like LS Graphics. Yeah, LS Graphics is good, and Mr. Mockup.
Cool.
These are my top favorites. So LS Graphics, you just get like a subscription, like $20, and you get access to all their mockups. They got good stuff here, like t-shirts, like look, illustrations, icons, abstractions.
Nice.
Oh, they probably changed. Yeah, they changed their pricing, but yeah, I remember I was paying like it's just like $20. You get access to everything, and you can just download it and you keep it forever.
Nice.
Branding mockups. Yeah, super high quality. And then Mr. Mockup's got great stuff, apparel, keychain stuff, branding, packaging. And they've got one with vehicles as well. I'm gonna open Bridge and I'll load one up.
Yeah, nice.
You can see like some of these logos here.
So, yeah, so there's just
For example.
tons.
Yeah. So for this one, let me. I wonder if I can just drag it. Yeah. So I can just drag the PSD or load it into Illustrator. Beautiful. And then, obviously, it's got that design on it. I could just do a quick. I'll just knock it out really quick like that. So now if we, yeah, maybe get the icon. I don't think it's gonna work because
The vector, because it's got a vector on top. It's going to freak out.
yeah, it's gonna. Just turn this off.
Turn it off, yeah. Nice.
We just save this. Control Shift Alt S. Quick shortcut. And we just go downloads folder. Pop that into Illustrator. Okay. Wait, so now I'll just bring it up. I wonder if you can you can grab two things, right?
I think so. I think you have to grab them at the same time. Like I think you'd have to, if you wanted one at the top and one down the bottom, you'd have to kind of try to get that ratio first, I think. Let's find out. Find out together.
Select it, both of them together, and do Mockup Beta. Alrighty. Oops.
Well, they might have needed to be grouped first.
Yeah. I thought I did group them. This icon is I need to expand it. I think it doesn't work because of the freeform gradient.
Right.
I've expanded that now. Okay, and then I'll group these together. And then let's try it. Yeah, it doesn't let you.
Because there's two.
Yeah. I'll try and do it just separately, see if it works. I don't know why it's glitching now for some reason. Let me grab just use these as icons for now.
I wonder if it's because it's a flat black surface, so it just doesn't know how to interpret the like shape or something. Not sure.
Maybe that's yeah, but all the other images in the mockup is maybe because of the color or something. Yeah,
it's freaking out.
It's freaking out. I want to try it with these ones. Yeah, it doesn't like when things are grouped.
Right.
Let's try and just a mockup. You can go view show items and then it will show me everything. Okay, got all these cool mockups we can use. So I might just save one and then bring it in. I need to go, where's the devices?
So while you're doing that, shout out to Johanna being our tech support in chat today, solving everyone's problem. Good job. I have noticed. It's great. Helping people out with the mock-up, you know, step by step. It's great. There's a lot of mock-ups.
I know there's a lot. There's a lot. This is the JPEG. No, but it's got the I'll just load this in. I'll quickly go to the background. Turn that off.
We've only got a few minutes left. My goodness. Looking at the time.
Already?
Wow, yeah, we've only got 4 minutes left. I blinked and here we are.
We blinked and then finished. Whoops, I was going to bring that. Oh, there we go. Oh, sweet, this time it teleported this on. So.
I bet the other one was a bit more flat, like it was basically a rectangle. But this one has the curved edges. It didn't understand what was trying to happen, or the black wasn't, like, it was too subtle.
Yeah.
Because you can see in this one, it understands the beveled edge of the phone when you moved it around, whereas before it was
maybe because it was on a weird angle. It's probably the angle, yeah.
Could be any angle, yep. I like the hand. It's useful.
Yeah, it's a bit playful. Trying to mask it there.
It's looking cool. We only have about 2 minutes left, so maybe we just do a quick little recap just to round things out.
All right, awesome. So we took Vision Pro's brand and we turned it into like a childlike brand, calling it Vision Play. Then we went through picking a nice font that fits that vibe of like creativity, fun, colorful, wonder. And then we started creating the logo type, playing around with different ideas here. Was thinking of going for like a rainbow or something, but then we switched it to like a different one with just having these like punched out shapes, different like fun shapes of a hand and stars and stuff like that, to represent like play and like maybe the gestures as well. Then we came up with this logo here, lots of color. Then we wanted to just add a bit more detail, try different like color palettes, seeing what was like fitting well. And then we sort of added a nice background in this nested shape to create sort of this sort of like a sticker vibe with highlights and shadows. We made a fun little pattern using those same shapes. And then we started applying it to what it would look like when they had the headset on in their living room screen, and using like 3D these 3D icons instead of like flat star ones. What it looked like on an ad or a banner. Kid walking into a new world, immersive play, fun. Here's another quick shot of what it could do using like some imagery in the back there. Adding the logo onto the side of the headset, and yeah, welcome to the world of virtual play. Adding some patterns there, keeping it simple. And then we went through creating icon here, playing with gradients, using the monogram of the logo to create a simple icon. And then adding it on some mockups with the Mockup Tool. We used in Illustrator, and then playing around with like what it could look like on a social media post or something like that.
Awesome. So cool. What a fun project. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks so much. It was fun. And again, got so far in such a short amount of time. And thank you everybody in chat. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out on Adobe Live. Jeremy, where can people find you if they want to find more of your work, more of your tutorials and, you know, plethora of stuff that you put out into the world?
Yeah, so you can find me on jeremymura.com. I've got some free resources on there that you can download. And if you do want to learn more, if you're a beginner designer, want to learn brand identity and how to do logos, I have a whole bunch of courses on there. If you want to work with clients and have a streamlined process, I also have templates that I personally use when I work with clients. And then you can just check me out on YouTube. Just type my name, Jeremy Mura, or Jeremy Mura Design. And I've got a whole bunch of tutorials. I even dabble in no code and Webflow stuff, creating websites, logos, talking about freelancing, all that cool stuff, Illustrator tutorials, because it's my favorite app. I use it every day. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And if you want to chat, DM me on Instagram as well at the Jeremy Mura. So thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And it was super fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
That was awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jeremy. Thank you, everybody. We're actually back tomorrow. We're back with Annika Agarwal. And then we've got some more stuff coming for you guys. So we'll see you next time on Adobe Live. Thanks, Jeremy. Bye.
Yeah. Cheers, man.